Hello, welcome back to Strictly Speaking. I'm Janet Snakehole-Macklin.
And I am Poppy Snakehole-Macklin.
Well, Poppy, we have our finalists.
Oh my goodness. It's crazy, isn't it? What do you think?
It's exactly who I wanted in the final, and I'm very happy.
Really? Yeah, no, I'm so happy as well.
Yeah.
I'm so happy. I think it was probably Pete's time to go, if I'm completely honest.
Definitely, yeah. Honestly, I do think he probably should have gone home a few weeks ago. Not because of... I think mainly for his own sake, because he's been... I feel so bad for him. He's been getting absolutely, brutal, comments from people the last few weeks.
Really?
Yeah, it's been horrible. People have been so nasty to him.
That's awful.
Yeah, it's just... Yeah, that's a shame, but I do... I'm glad that he went out on a good dance.
Yes, I think he did a good dance, and he was obviously pleased with how it went as well, so that's good. So I'm glad about that for him.
Yeah, the weird thing is that semi-final, I watched it by myself for the first time ever, which I wasn't too thrilled about.
Why were you watching it by yourself?
Because my mum went out on her Christmas do thing, and I was supposed to be with my grandma, but then she got a bit sick on Saturday, so I had to watch it by myself.
Oh no! So was it a bit boring?
Well, I was feeling a bit down in the first half because I was really upset about the way Craig spoke to Chris.
Oh, why? What did he say?
You know, in the first dance, the way Craig was really ripping into Chris.
Oh, was he? I can't remember.
He gave him a 7.
Oh, he gave him a 7? That was too low.
Yeah, and that kind of put me into a bad mood. But then the second half of the dances happened, and Tasha did that waltz, and then JB did the salsa, and then all of the dance happened, and I was very happy afterwards, and I was in a good mood. And then we watched Muppet Christmas Carol, so I was just in a very good mood on Saturday evening.
Oh, there we go. And then you felt a little bit Christmassy.
Yeah, and then I felt a bit mad when I found out what people were saying about Pete. The thing is, people have been saying the way that okay, here's the thing. I agree that the judges were talking, particularly Shirley was talking about Pete a little bit differently to the way she was talking about the others.
Yes, the way that they were talking to him was as if he was leaving, as if they knew he was leaving for certain.
Yeah, but people are acting as if he's being favoured by the judges.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I thought it was the opposite, and they were just like, no, you're not making it through.
I mean, especially Anton when he said it's your last dance.
Yeah, I know, exactly. I felt like that was a little bit mean, to be honest.
I mean, yeah, everyone knew that this was good, that Pete was going to be going home this week. There was no chance in any universe that Pete Wicks would make it to the final.
I actually didn't know, because I saw a load of comments on Instagram saying that people had voted for him. Yeah, a lot of people.
Yeah, but I think the thing is, he is very popular, but I think I did the math, if there's the thing about the judges' scores and the viewer votes, they get a certain number of points. So for example, JB was top, so he gets 5 points, and then Tasha gets 4 points, Sarah gets 3 points, Chris gets 2 points, and Pete gets 1 point. So based on the votes, then they have whoever's top of the votes gets 5 points, and so on, so and so. So basically, even if Pete got the most number of votes, then it's basically mathematically impossible for him to avoid the dance off.
Really?
Yeah, so it was. I think the reason, one of the things that helped him get through with the votes is because there's been so many ties on the leaderboard. So this week there wasn't any. So I think that might have led to it, because I just don't think it would have really been fair to have him in the final. Honestly, as much as I love him, it just wouldn't have felt right. Because
he wasn't the best. I think, obviously Tasha, the fact that she was in the dance-off, and he was so good as well. So, yeah, I think she definitely deserved to be in the final.
Yeah, but the thing is, Pete tries. He's not the best dancer, but he tries, and it's better to... when the episode of the podcast with Chris, right, the thing that Chris and Pete were basically saying to each other is that it's better to be, not great at dancing while you're trying, rather than not trying.
Yeah, exactly. They're giving it a go, and they're trying their best.
Yeah, but it's just it's the way that people were being so nasty towards the judges and Pete. It's they're saying, acting like for the Argentine tango, they're acting like he didn't do anything. They're acting as if he was just standing there and throwing her around.
What? No, he definitely did a lot.
He was moving a lot. And it's sometimes they say, I don't have anything against Pete, and it's all the judges being a bit, weird. But, calling him Jodie Cundy Like, that's a bit mean.
Did they call him Jodie Cundy? I didn't hear that.
Someone did. Someone on TikTok did.
Oh, right.
One of the, TikTokers called him Jodie Cundy, said, "Welcome back, Jodie Cundy." Don't appreciate that at all. That's just disrespectful, because, like, if you seriously are saying that, like, at week 12, like, that Argentine Tango was at the same level as Jodie Cundy in week 4, which he went home for, when he was literally just standing there and throwing your Vita around, you're just kind of being a bit of a bully, honestly.
Yeah.
It's like, I do really like this that one TikToker, but that I didn't appreciate that.
Oh, was it one of the main TikTokers?
One of the
like,
main ones.
TikTokers.
It just really down-putting, because, like, we could have, celebrated. You can be celebrating the fact that how, well Pete's done. He's not done the best, but he's tried, and he's made he had a great partnership with Jovita, and he's tried every week, and it hasn't always worked out in his favour. But, like, the thing is, like, people enjoy watching him dance, and that's why they keep voting for him. And instead, people are just being like, "Oh God, he's rubbish. Why is he still here? Why is Shirley being so, like, nice to him?" It's like, why would they give him a 9 and an 8? And it's like, why would they give him the same score as Tasha? It's like, okay, look, the thing about Tasha is that she went first, so obviously I feel like that's kind of doesn't really help in the case of getting high scores. But, like, what do you want them to say to him, really? What do you want them to say? Because if they say, like, you were rubbish to him, then people are still going to be mad at him, saying, like, why is he still here? This is ridiculous. It's like, what do you want? It's like, even if he'd been given, like, 6s, they probably still would have complained. They're probably just trying to make him feel like he deserves to be there, because he does.
Yeah, literally. I think they can never be pleased, basically, so...
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like the same people complaining about Tasha as well. It's like, yeah, she's good at dancing, but it's like, yeah, you have to be good at dancing, but you can't be too good at dancing, otherwise it's boring. But you also can't be bad at dancing. But if you try, but you can't be mediocre. It's like, what do you want?
Literally, you just can't please everyone. Everyone always has something to say, no matter what happens.
Yeah. So that's just yeah. So Pete's gone now. So I hope you're happy now, all those people. It's like, just, yeah, so let's talk about the good things. Like, let's talk about, because I thought Pete actually did do a good job this week with both of his dances.
I actually thought he did really well, to be honest.
Yeah, he was still like the weakest, but he did better than last few weeks.
Yeah, and I think, to be honest, it was a good time for him to go out, because he was really pleased with how he did, and you can tell that he was really pleased with how he did.
Yeah, like, I'm working on an edit of well, I mean, I haven't worked on it in a few days. I'll probably do it after I finish recording this, but, like, an edit, because I told you about how he said that he would never do Strictly, and now...
Oh, yeah.
And he said it would be horrendous and everything, but now look at him, and how well he's done, and how, like... Yeah. I'm honestly, I'm just glad...
That will be a good video.
Yeah, I feel like it's just, the only thing I'm worried about is because I'm using the song Tattoo, the one that Leighton and Nikita did the Argentine Tango to last year. I'm using that song, and I'm afraid that people might think as if I'm comparing him to Leighton. It's like, obviously I'm not comparing him to Leighton, it's only just because the song is called Tattoo. A bit cheeky, I know.
I don't think they will.
I know, but people always find something to complain about. I actually made a every Pete and Jovita reaction on my YouTube.
Oh, really? I'm pretty sure I saw that, actually.
Yeah, because I honestly think they've got my favourite, like, set of reactions since Dan and Nadia.
Pardon?
Yeah, since Dan and Nadia, their reactions were brilliant. I think Pete and Jovita probably been my favourites since then. My favourite reactions.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think so. Because they were always so shocked, weren't they? Every single time.
My favourite has to be the one in week 10. Because when they were left until last, it was like him and Montel, and they were like, the person in the dance-off is, and then you can see them kind of like smiling and nodding at each other, and then it's like Montel and Johannes, and they're just like, are you serious? Just their faces just drop. It was my favourite.
Oh, my favourite. Yeah.
That's my favourite.
So funny.
Yeah, and I do feel like, am I responsible for them? Because I also feel like, because you remember last year, I still feel responsible for Diane and Bobby not winning last year after the way I was. Again, I cannot apologise enough for the way I was last year. Not just for that, but just for the other theory that I had for last year. I genuinely am sorry for that.
What was your theory?
Yeah, the one about the ring and the...
Oh, Diane and Joe getting married.
Yeah.
To be honest, I think this is my theory. You might agree, you might not. But I think if Diane wins this year, she will leave, and I think, or she might do one more season, then she'll leave, and I think she might get married, have children, that kind of thing.
I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to jinx me. I should just say about my cousin, because I kind of messaged you about this, but I think it's kind of funny that I've turned my little cousin. My cousin is 8 years old. She's just turned 8 years old, and she basically, when Joe and Diane were on Strictly, she was like 2. So
yeah,
she doesn't.
That's crazy. I find that so crazy that she was 2.
I can't believe she's 8 already. I remember when she was a little baby, and now she's all growing up and everything. But so the thing is, I have this book, that Blackpool book that they keep advertising on TV, and so I was basically when I was during half term, I was around my grandparents' house, and I was like talking to her, and I was like going through the book, and then there was a picture of Joe and Diane at Blackpool on one of the pages. And so she said, and she said, I was like, oh, I said like, oh, it's Joe and Diane. And she looks at me, it's like, what? Who's Joe and Diane? She chose Diane, obviously, but she's like, who's Joe? I don't remember there being a Joe on Strictly. And I'm like,
what?
And I was like, well, yeah, you were probably because you were 2 when he was on Strictly. And then she was like, but what's happened with them? And I was like, okay, so basically 6 years ago now, they were partnered up on Strictly, and now they got together. She's like, got together. I was like, yeah, they're boyfriend and girlfriend now, and they live in a nice house, and like they got this lovely life, and they're really cute together, and they're honestly relationship goals. And she said, are they married? and I said, no, they're not married. And she said, I said, well, the thing is, last year I thought that, like, if Diane won Strictly last year, I thought he was going to propose to her. And she said, why aren't they married? And I was like, well, they might just not want to get married just now. And then she said, well, I want Diane to win so that Joe will propose to her. And I'm like, oh God, what have I done? I've turned my cousin into myself.
Oh my God. Literally. That's funny. But I really hope she wins. I pray.
Yeah,
This is her year.
I'm hoping. But yeah,
all the votes. I'm going to make everyone I know vote for them.
Yeah. So like let's just so just finish talking about Pete, because I do want to like genuinely say that I do like, because like Pete was one of those people I didn't really know who he was before Strictly. I might have heard his name a few times, and oh yeah, another funny thing, another funny story. Last Saturday I was at work in like, it was around like 4:00. I finished at like 5, but like I was out in the back in the stockroom of work, and I hear my manager talking to this old lady who was buying some shoes, and
yeah,
he said to like, so what are you doing tonight? And she said, I'm watching Strictly. And I like a wolf, I kind of like perked up, and then I was like, wait, and then she starts saying like, yes, I'm really enjoying it, but there's this one man on it who keeps getting through, and I don't know why.
Oh, and who was she talking about?
And I'm like, wait, hold back, and then she's like, yes, because I mean, he's not bad, but he's not quite as good as the others, and I just don't really get it. He seems to have a lot of fans, and like, I don't know, because in the final, I think, isn't it based on like the viewer votes or the judges' scores? That's when I came. It was like, yeah, so basically on the in the like thing, in the final, it's based on the viewer votes alone, and then my manager's like, yeah, okay, you. I was waiting for you to show up. Like, she's the biggest Strictly fan in the world, got a YouTube channel and everything. And so he just kind of left me.
Wait, did you say she's got a YouTube?
Yeah, my manager said that to the old lady.
Oh yeah.
And he kind of left me to talk to her, and she was asking me like, isn't like, she's asking me like, so basically like she was asking me like how it works and everything. I was like, yeah, in the final it's based on the viewer votes alone, and she said like, yeah, but that man though, like, I don't know, I'm afraid, I don't know, I feel like he should have gone a few weeks ago. I was like, I mean, honestly, so do I. I didn't ever mention the fact, I somehow never mentioned the fact that he's my favourite, but like, she also then said, I said like, well, basically, if he's bottom of the leaderboard, there's basically like no chance that he'll avoid the dance off this week. And she said, oh, okay, it's because like, it's the tattoos for me. I just don't like them. and
that's the only thing.
Well, I said, well, people like him because she's like, I'm not on social media or anything. It's like he got like a big following. I was like, he's got a podcast, and he's also got like a he also works with Dogs Trust. He like works with dogs. He like works with dogs charities. People like him for that. She's like, oh, that explains it a bit more. Yeah, it's just the tattoos. Like, isn't he Joe Wicks's brother? I was like, no. And then that's my manager was then like, yeah, it's the long hair.
That's so funny.
And so she then just starts asking, was like, and there's that blind guy, Chris, like, I can see an argument for him winning because, like, he is brilliant. And the way she's teaching him, I just don't know how she does it. And I was like, and then also there's that young lady who's with Aliash, and she's tall and elegant, she's got that cochlear implant, and she's so, like, just so good, and it's just incredible. You think about Rose a few years ago, and how do you learn to dance that well when you can't hear the music? And then we just kind of chatting, and then after she left, like, my manager then said to me, like, I was waiting for you to show up. I was like, yeah, well, if you say Strictly in the Mirror 3 times, I'm probably going to show up. I didn't say that, but, like, I thought it.
That's so funny. I love that.
I've been waiting.
Do you need a friend?
It's like, I need more people like that to just show up out of nowhere, because I don't have any other, like, friends other than you, really, that just are that into it, like I am.
We're into it, though. We love Strictly.
We love Strictly, and we're always gonna be watching it until the end of days.
Until we're 102.
102? Why 102?
I don't know. I just felt like that number.
Yeah, until we're dancing like Angela Rippon, I guess, kind of, as well as she does at her age.
Yes, literally. Although I don't know if we'll be quite as flexible as her, though.
No, I can't even do the splits or anything.
No, I can't even do it now, let alone when I'm her age.
Yeah, so, yeah, basically to sum it up, like, yeah, I'm very proud of Pete and Jovita and the journey they've been on. The thing is, like, if they were in the final, I reckon, what dances would they have done again?
Honestly, I think the dances in the semi-final were the best. But I don't think they can do that in the final, can they?
I don't know, because I think the obvious choice for Pete's fate would be the couple's choice. But he also said when he was talking to Chris on the podcast, like, he said, like, if he was in the dance-off that week, he wouldn't have done the dance because he didn't want to dance that again, because he wanted to do that, like, for his nan, and he just didn't want to do it again.
So if he was in the dance-off, he would have just refused to do the dance-off?
I don't know if he meant that, but, like, but I can understand. So I don't know if he would want to do that dance again. But, like, he also said the Argentine tango was his favourite, but that was in the semi-final. But the thing about the judges, like, they probably would have picked... They might have picked, like, the quick step or the Viennese waltz. But then I'm thinking, like, yeah, I'd love to see the Viennese waltz again. But it's like, would they really put him in Joker makeup in the final?
Would they really put who in the final?
Would they have Pete be in the final in Joker makeup?
Oh, maybe not.
Yeah, maybe not.
Maybe not. I mean, I know one dance that they definitely wouldn't do in the final, and that is the one where they were dressed up in pink at Blackpool.
Oh, no. Did you see It Takes Two, when they were watching back their, like, best bits and everything, and that bit came up, they were kind of like, he was kind of like, had his head in his hands.
Oh no, that was a really awful dance.
Yeah, that was a stitch up if I've ever seen one.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't his best dance, was it?
No, but, like, the thing is, like, he tried, and, like, he wasn't the best dancer, but he tried, and, like, he also had this wonderful friendship with Jovita that he literally said, like, you know, we're going to be friends for life, and unfortunately for you, you've gained a friend for life in me. He's also needs to take her pony riding.
Pony riding? Why pony riding?
She was last week she was on the bonus episode, and she said apparently her biggest dream was to, like, ride a pony. Was to, like, ride a horse. So for her 30th birthday, her best friend took her, like, pony riding.
Oh, really?
And Pete said, like, okay, I'll take you pony riding. But then she's like, you haven't done it. He's like, well, I haven't had any time, have I? And then all the people were like, oh, poor Jovita. He's like, don't feel sorry for her. The only reason I've got no time is because of her.
Oh my god.
So yeah, reminder, Pete, you need to take Jovita pony riding.
Yes, pony riding.
You said it. You don't want to let her down. Because I really love their friendship, and I can't wait. I really hope she keeps appearing on the podcast, because they've got such this... Oh, you know, did you hear these sort of funny articles about, after he was eliminated, some people were thinking, oh, he's probably already on the plane to Australia so we can go and see Maura.
Oh my gosh, oh yeah, I know, that was shocking, wasn't it? I can't believe that they're actually together. Well, not together, but like...
Not together, but, like, I understand it. Like, if they can get together if they... it makes sense. Like, I think they're still trying to figure it out.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so, like, I think they're not currently, like, in a relationship, but, like, they're still not sure where it's going to go.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, so they're kind of, like, just seeing each other, basically.
Yeah, they're dating, they're not, like, dating, but they sort of are.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, the thing is, I just think it's so ridiculous people are saying that. So, like, I don't think he has time to go to Australia. He's like, well, he was on It Takes Two on Monday, and then he has to spend the rest of the week, like, rehearsing for the group dance. So I don't think he has time to go to Australia and back.
I'm back. Well.
So yeah, Pete and Maura, it makes sense to me. It might not be official currently, but they can figure things out themselves. It's none of our business. So.
Yeah, we'll find out. We'll find out what happens there. But
yeah, because I'm really
it's funny
glad
that they both were doing shows at the same time.
Yeah, I'm glad that Maura did I'm a Celeb, because like I didn't really know much about her like before, and I've actually kind of like grown to like her, and because I was just kind of like, oh, she's this woman, she dates everyone, and it's like, but yeah, I think her and Pete, they definitely make sense. Like they've got the same kind of like sense of humour.
Yeah, they've both got a dark sense of humour, haven't they? So I'm sure they work well together.
Yeah, like, so yeah, that's up to them. If they want to be like, if they just want to, if they are just really good friends, or if they do want anything to happen between them, then I'm here for it.
Absolutely.
Because like,
absolutely, me too.
Yeah, because him and yeah, I just really think because him and Yvette have such a great friendship, and it's just like that whole like speech he did to her at the end, like saying how he's like her friend, they're like gonna be friends for life and everything. And that's really, really sweet.
Yeah.
I think one of the things that makes me like Strictly Coupled is because of the like connection that people have, and it's like him and Yvette have like have this really like sweet like. The thing is, like they're so different, but they're also so like similar as well. Weirdly.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I completely agree. I think they'll work well together.
Yeah, I hope she keeps appearing on the podcast.
Pardon?
I hope she keeps appearing on the podcast.
Oh yeah, do you think she will?
I'm sure she will. Like, I'm sure they're still going to learn, like, keep dancing and everything. Like,
yeah.
I hope they do do that. Redo their Paso Doble like they said they would.
Oh, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed they do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just really hope that Chris and Diane win this, though. I'm really hoping.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, finishing up finally, Foxtrot, yeah, it was both the dances were good. I would have given both the dances an 8, and also, like, Pete and Yvita's Argentine Tango, I think it was worth the wait.
Yeah, I think, oh yeah, definitely. I think both dances were an 8, I would possibly say.
Yeah, and I think, yeah, it was worth the wait, and I think he's done well for himself.
Yes, he's done really well, and he should be very proud of himself, for sure.
I'm so excited for his show that's coming out in January.
Both his shows? What shows?
He's got a Love of Dogs style show coming out with Dogs Trust in January.
Oh really? Oh okay. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's gonna be like
so like a Paul O'Grady kind of thing.
Yeah, he's gonna be like trying to like rehome like puppies and like rescue dogs and trying to give them new homes and everything.
Oh really? When does that come out then?
The 7th of January.
Oh wow! So there you go. Something to look forward to after Christmas then.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, that's. I mean, I'm not saying this, but we're going to be seeing them tomorrow anyway on the final because they'll be doing the group dance.
Absolutely! Oh my gosh, it's so exciting. I was going to say who do you want to win, but we've already covered that.
Yes.
Who do you think is going to win?
I would like Chris to win.
Who do you think will win?
I think I don't want to say that Chris will win because I don't want to jinx anything like I did last year.
Okay, I think Tasha will not win.
Yeah.
I don't think JV will win. I think it will be between Sarah. Oh my god, thank you. How could I forget her name? Sarah and Chris. I think that's who it will be between.
They've both avoided the dance off the whole series, so
exactly. Yeah, so I think it makes sense. But who knows? I really hope it's Chris, but we have no idea. So we just need to make sure we vote as much as we can.
Yeah, am I the only person that thinks it's a bit weird about that Chris didn't get any like bad comments on his Viennese waltz and he didn't get a single 10?
Yeah, that is a bit weird. Hopefully he'll be able to get a 10 in the final. What do you think?
I hope so, based on the ones that he's doing again. But like,
yeah.
But the thing is, like in the Charleston, right? First, okay, Craig was being just mean, and that put me into a bad mood when Craig was being all mean. It's like I just don't think it's fair the way he like talks to Chris. It's like like Tasha makes a mistake and she gets like a 9, and Chris makes a mistake and gets 7. It's like it just doesn't it's not happy. It doesn't make me happy. But like, also the weird thing is like Anton, right? Well, Motzi, like she says nothing bad, and then she gives an 8, and then Anton, he like said like it wasn't perfect, but it was pretty close. I loved it. It's like, what? Elaborate, please. Like, don't just say it's not perfect. How are they supposed to improve if you don't tell them what's wrong with it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because it's obviously going into the finals. They need things to improve on.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, the Charleston. I thought Charleston was just so much fun. It made me smile, and then I was frowning after Craig. But like, yeah, the Charleston it was really funny and sweet, and on you see the hidden mics, the way they're like, oh, look over there, Craig. No, look over there, Chris. And it's like, give it to me then.
Oh my god!
The way and the Viennese waltz, like that song was really good, and it's just that way they did that slide between like when she went under his legs, and then like the way she afterwards, the way she just said, "I'm so proud of you." It's like of course, like you should be, and everyone's proud of Chris, and
yeah, yeah, definitely, really.
He's not the best dancer, but the reason I want him to win is because he just makes you feel happy when you watch him dance. It's like...
Yeah, he's not the best dancer, but he's improved so much. He's done so well.
And the fact that
I think it's quite inspiring.
Yeah, and the fact that he can't see anything, and the fact that he's still managing to be to be better than lots of the people that can see.
Exactly. It's amazing. It really is. So, fingers crossed.
Yeah, I just think
we're watching live on Saturday then.
Yeah. Oh yeah, one more funny thing. Going back to Pete one more time. On the podcast, when Chris was on the podcast, he has this app, right? This AI app that can describe pictures to him.
Oh yeah.
So basically, he took a picture. He took a picture of Pete.
I've seen this, I think.
And he said that Pete was in his early 40s.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That's hilarious.
Yeah, the way Pete's face though, when he said that.
How old is he actually? Oh,
he's 36.
Oh my gosh, I thought he was younger than that, to be honest. But wow.
Yeah, but just looking at the AI, I thought he was in his 40s.
Wow, that's not good.
Yeah,
not good for him.
Just his face, that was funny. But like, yeah, the thing is, Chris and his Viennese waltz. I was like, Craig, like, said he put his pen down and everything. And that was really cute. But I just think it should have gotten a couple of 10s though, because you can't say there's nothing wrong with it and then not give it a 10 in the semi-final.
Yeah, exactly. I think for me, fingers crossed it gets a 10.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm very happy that Chris and Diana proved. Just the fact that like they've proved so many people wrong. Like, they proved me wrong as well. I didn't know what to expect from him, but I basically just didn't. I didn't. Based on the before the like. When he was announced, I was like, I have no idea how this is going to work, or like how it's going to work out. And then after the launch show alone, I was like, oh well, he's probably going to make it to like week 5 probably, just based on the launch show and the way he did the launch show. And then after week 1, I was like, okay, maybe Blackpool then. Then after like week 4, I think I was like, okay, final. And then like week 5, I was like, okay, winners probably, hopefully.
Yeah, I think he's just progressed so much. Like, I didn't really think he was going to be that good, but turns out he's amazing.
Yeah. So let's talk about Sarah as well. Like, I thought the only thing is like Sarah's great, but I think she was kind of like in the middle this week for me. Like,
Sarah?
Yeah, she was really good. I just don't think her dances were as memorable as the others.
No, I don't think she did very well. I thought she might have been in the dance last week.
Yeah, but she wasn't, and I think she did a good job. It was kind of like in the middle.
Yeah. I mean, it was good. It just wasn't as good as her other ones. So yeah, I would say middle for sure.
Yeah. Then I mean, I noticed Paul Hollywood in the audience as well, and then Chris gave JB the handshake as well.
Oh. Yeah, I know, that was so good, wasn't it? I was like so confused what was going on, and then he went along all the judges and was hugging them and all of that. It was so nice.
Yeah, that was really good. I really like.
He's doing so well, and he's doing his Mary Poppins dance in the final, which is amazing because that was my favourite dance he did.
I'm not sure about how I feel about that being done in the final, but we'll come back to that. So let's finish off with Tasha. So I thought Tasha's first dance was on the mark, but her second dance was just incredible.
Yeah, her second dance was amazing. Her first dance Wasn't as memorable though.
But I still think it probably should have got a bit more, like, a bit higher scores.
Mm. Yeah, I think probably a little bit higher. Maybe they were being a bit hard.
Maybe like 1 or 2 10s, like. Maybe like
yeah,
37, maybe.
Yeah, I completely agree, for sure.
I also thought when she did the waltz, I thought she looked like Sleeping Beauty.
Pardon?
She looked a bit like Aurora, you know, like Sleeping Beauty. She looked like a bit like that in the red dress.
Oh yeah, I loved her outfit.
Yeah.
In her second dance.
Yeah, and the way Ali Ash's speech as well, when he said, like, you know, I hope Lyra grows up to be like you.
That was so cute.
Yeah. It's just like, yeah, I'm really like, it was just a good week, and like I think everyone did so well, and like, yeah, I was sad to see Pete go, but I was also happy. Like the first thing Logan said to me on Monday was, "I'm so sorry," and I'm like, "No, don't be. I'm happy." Like,
I love that he said he was so sorry.
Yeah, it's like, don't worry, I'm happy. I'm happy with what he's achieved. It's like he's done so well for himself.
He's done so well to get to the semi-final. That's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was the viewers that carried him there, but he tried, and that's the main thing.
Definitely.
He tried, and he had a good partnership, and that's what people like.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He did so well.
Yeah. Moving on to the final, which is tomorrow, and I absolutely cannot believe it.
I know, it's crazy. It's gone so quick.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about the judges' picks, though.
Really? Why?
Well, I just think it's a bit weird that Tasha and JB get dances that, like, they'd got 39s for, and then Chris and Sarah got dances they got, like, lower for.
I think it's either harder to do... I think sometimes it's harder to do a dance again that's 39 to try and improve that, but also it's a lot harder to do a dance that's got a really low score to begin with.
I thought it was supposed to be a dance that, like, the judges thought they could improve on, not one that 3 of them already gave 10s to.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I literally have no idea, but...
And it's also like JB's, he only did his Mary Poppins dance 2 weeks ago. It's not going to have changed that much.
Yes, that's actually so true. Although I do love his dance. Yeah, I do love the Mary Poppins dance.
I'm looking forward to seeing...
He did so well in that dance as well, though.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Lauren as Mary Poppins again. But, yeah, I just think it's... Yeah, but, like, the thing is, like, with, Tasha as well, it's like, I thought they would have picked, like, one of her first dances. You know, like, maybe the Viennese Waltz. Like,
yeah,
to see like how much it's changed since then.
Yeah, it's very strange, some of their choices.
Yeah, it's like I think like maybe the thing about the judges' picks, like, I think they should only pick dances from like before week 7.
Yeah, also, maybe, because then you can really see the change, whereas like 2 weeks ago you can't.
Yeah, and also like the fact that like what's I going with this? The fact that like a dance, the highest score I think the judges' picks should be is 36.
Yes,
it's like
100%.
Because you can't really improve on a dance that you've already given them. You can't expect them to improve on a dance that you already gave a 10 to. Like, you already think that dance is perfect in your opinion. So like, why do you want them to improve on it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and the thing is, I also think it's a bit weird that the judges are the ones that picked the couples' choices for Chris and Tasha.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about them redoing a couple's choice. I feel like it should just be like a normal dance.
Yeah, because they got the show dance as well, so like surely that's basically a couple's choice in the final, like.
Exactly. Yeah, show dance and couple's choice, pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, it's like the fact that normally it's like the couples that pick them. It's like, but the judges like picking a couple's choice. It's like I thought it was supposed to be like one of the more like technical dances like they're supposed to pick. Like I thought they could have picked like lots. I mean, of course, I'm looking forward to seeing Tasha's couple's choice and Chris's couple's choice again. But I feel like there's other dances they could have picked. Like, I think I would have picked Tasha's Viennese Waltz from week 2. I would have picked that first to do again. She got 35 for that.
Yeah. And yeah, that would be really good because you could really see the improvement there.
Yeah, and Chris, I probably would have picked I don't know, maybe like the salsa or like the maybe the Blackpool one. I know that got 2 10s, but one that like. I know what I'm trying to think. I guess the couple's choice. I do think Chris' couple's choice was undermarked the first time, but I mean, I guess it also is kind of good for them to be able to do it again because Diane wasn't feeling well that day, so like. To do it.
Yeah, I think it would be good for them to have a better experience of it.
Yeah, like it was. Yes, I am looking forward to seeing that again. But I mean, I just think it's a bit weird that it's the judges are the ones that picked it.
Yeah, that would make sense more for their own pick kind of thing.
Yeah, and Sarah, they picked I think it's, yeah, again, it's another dance that they criticised. Chris and Sarah getting dances they were, you know, kind of like got critiques for, and Tasha and JB didn't.
Yeah.
Like,
it is very odd. It really is.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm pretty much happy with the couple's choice, the couple's pick, their favourite dances. Like, I think those make sense. I mean, I'm not sure. Like, usually I'm not, you know, a big fan of them doing dances that already got 40s, but like, I think in Tasha's case, like, it just makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, all of her dances were very, very good.
Yeah, they did that one for Lyra, and you know, apparently at the end of that dance, when the heart was kind of like made that shape, right? Apparently that's like the Lyra constellation.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I think that's really sweet. It's like, oh god, you think it can't get much sweeter than that? It's like, yeah, it's really.
Oh.
So yeah, that just makes sense for Tasha. So I'm okay in this case, but like, Chris's choice, I'm very happy with. It's the one I thought he would do again, the waltz.
Yes, yeah, I agree.
And Sarah's doing. I'm surprised by Sarah's choice. She's doing her Madonna dance again.
Yes, I think that was good though. I loved that dance. It wasn't her best, but I don't think it was her best, like, in terms of scores, but it was one of my favourites though.
Yeah, it was really good. So like, I mean, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it again. I think it's like the fact that that dance that you pick is the outfit that you're going to be lifting the glitter ball in. So it's the fact that if Sarah wins, she's going to be lifting the glitter ball just as Madonna.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that is true. That is very true.
Yeah, and JB, I'm also I kind of make sense for JB. He's doing the samba again.
Oh yeah, the samba, because that was his dance where he like really, really improved a lot.
Yeah, that was like probably his breakthrough moment, probably.
Yeah, definitely breakthrough moment.
So yeah, and the show dances as well. I mean, I'm gonna make a video on TikTok about this. There's been, I think, 7 or 8 now songs they've repeated from the Rose year this year.
Oh really? Wow.
So I'm probably
so good.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, there's other songs that exist, because like that song that Tasha's doing for her show dance, that's the song that AJ and Kai did their quick step to.
Really? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so I feel like yeah, just there maybe just wait a few more years before repeating them, because like there's millions of songs out there you could pick from.
Literally, yeah. Maybe they need to switch things up a bit.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I'm not like, I feel like there's some songs that I don't think should ever be repeated. I don't think they could ever dance to, like, you know, Pirates of the Caribbean theme or like Symphony ever again, because they're only ever going to get compared to Rose and John. Yes,
that is true actually.
It's like back in week 2, like Sam did that Charleston to, you know, that tune that Reese did the Charleston to during the Rose year and got a perfect score for. So yeah, just saying it's not a bit
interesting.
It's just not. There's loads of songs they've repeated. Like there's She's Always a Woman and 9 to 5 and like the list goes on. That's like
maybe they're just repeating that whole year because it was so good.
I take me back. Take me back to the Rose year. That was the best year, I think.
That was the best year ever.
Yeah, so yeah, basically I'm really hoping that Chris wins, because if he does, I did say I would make a Journey to the Whittleball Trophy edit for them, and I really want to do that. So yeah, vote for Chris and Diane.
Yes, we need to vote. We 100% need to vote. So fingers crossed they win. I'm sure, will we do an episode for the Strictly final?
Yeah.
Okay, after the Strictly final, yeah.
After the final, we'll do a final roundup.
Final roundup, yeah.
And also we can also share like some predictions for next year, I guess.
Yes, absolutely.
Before we go back into hibernation.
Oh yeah, hibernation for another year. Absolutely.
So
right.
That's it then. For the semi-final.
That's it for the semi-final. See you after the final when we know who the winner is.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.